Hey, this is Pat, and today we are checking out the all-new Bullet Guardian jeans. Now, the Guardian jeans within Bullet's line are going to be the AAA, CE AAA option compared to the CE AA options that most of the line come in. But what we've seen from Bullet in the past few years has been a complete revolution on how they look at the riding jeans that they make. They used to be very thick. They used to use a very thick extra layer of abrasion resistance called Covec. Behind it, it was almost like wearing a blanket inside of the jeans. I'm talking 4, 5, 6 years ago. The latest updates in the past couple years, though, have slimmed them all down to be a single layer main construction with all of that abrasion resistance built into the outer layer, which we all love seeing, especially when you start looking at the price points that Bullet offers their jeans in. So these Guardians are coming in at the $200 price point. They're available in one color only, and that is black. And when you're looking at them, they do have a straight as well as a slim version out there. Now, for most of this video, you're going to see Norman here. He's actually wearing the straight option, which is still pretty slim, but we'll show a quick clip of him wearing the slim version so you can get a great overall look at just how the fitment is between the two different cuts. Otherwise, though, the features are going to be exactly the same. Now, if you're looking at Bullet's line, you might have seen from their last generation up to their newest generation a price increase. That's because previously they weren't including the armor in the jeans for the US market. However, they're just factoring that in and giving us the armor there. And the armor in these is actually going to be a CE level 2. It's going to be a bump up from what we see from the rest of the line, but I'll talk about that in just a minute. Let's talk about the overall fit here. I have Norman on my left. He is 6'3", 220 pounds, usually wears his jeans in a size 34, his US 34, and he's wearing the size 34 of these Bullet Guardians, which fit him just fine at the waist, again, with a nice slim profile. Even though these are the straight versions, when you think of it as a Euro company coming to the US, we tend to see a little bit more of a Euro cut to them being on the slimmer side, and that is no exception here. When you're looking at the main construction, that is going to be Covec's Oneskin main construction, and you actually get an extra layer of reinforcement at the knees just to help bump up to that CE AAA abrasion resistance. And when we talk about armor, they are using their new CE level 2 RE0 armor within there. This is biodegradable. This is going to be a recycled material as well. And again, CE level 2 for as thin as it is, as malleable as it is, and as ventilated as it is. You do get that at the knee, which is adjustable, as well as up at the hip. So I like that they're bumping up the armor and including it, especially with this latest generation, and then bumping it up to CE level 2 with the Guardians here that we're seeing today. But let's start up at the waistline, work our way down, kind of give you a good main breakdown of what we're seeing here with the Guardians. You have a button and fly main entry, as well as belt loops all the way around with a 5-pocket traditional design. You also get this little key loop on here. It's love or hate when it comes to these things. You can easily clip that off if you want, but it is something you can hang your keys there. I think it's just something that might actually rub up against the bike and scratch the tank, but that's just me. And like I said, not every tank is the same, not every riding position is the same, so that might not be the case for you. Flattened rivets, though, at the accents of the pockets. Love seeing them flattened. Again, removing the option to scratch your tank if you tend to glide across it when you're getting on. Really clean front design. The only thing that gives these away as riding jeans is going to be the single seam on the front. Otherwise, a very nice, very low profile design to it. And like I said, underneath there is that CE level 2 knee armor that you can adjust up and down. And you also get a second layer behind that knee armor pocket of Covec material just to help reinforce that abrasion resistance at the knees, which is an extremely high abrasion area. One thing that'll help, though, I think, with the knee armor is the little bit of stretch that's built into the Covec Oneskin main construction. You do get it more side to side than you do top to bottom when it stretches itself, but that's good if you're sitting in the riding position. That's where you actually need it, is side to side, just so that the pants can stretch out and get into a comfortable riding position. Norman, do me a favor, go ahead and turn to the side and kick that one leg back for me. I just want to take a look at the side here. And the one thing I'll point out, you do have external knee armor pockets on the side. If you get to your office and you want to take the knee armor out for the day while you're just walking around, or if you get somewhere and you want to pop it out just for a little bit more comfort, you can easily do so. But even when Norman was trying these on, one thing to point out is that it's just something that's very low profile. It's hard to believe there is armor in it when you're looking at someone and they're wearing these, unless you really get up close and look at it, or if you just give them a nice good punch on the side of the hip like I've been doing with Norman here for a little bit. You do have some reinforced seams running down the outside, but overall a nice clean profile. You can go ahead and spin to the back for me. So you have like a mid-rise when it comes to the upper rear yoke. I wouldn't call this a high rise. It's not something that we've seen the highest out there, but it's gonna be in a good location, and you get 3 reinforced belt loops at the back. That's gonna help with your belt. If you're wearing one on there, it's not gonna be something that's pulling to the side. 2 top loading pockets at the back, and then reinforced seams all down the back, but a nice clean, all blacked out design to these Guardians. Again, nothing on the back that would really scream out these are riding pants. And even the logoing is very muted from Bullet, so I like what they're doing here. Again, Bullet owns the manufacturing when it comes to the main abrasion resistance, so they're able to build all that into exactly the spec that they want while not increasing the price. Usually a pair of jeans like this would be $250, $300. These are coming in right at that $200 price point. Norman, you can go ahead and spin to the front. So I really dig what Bullet is doing here with the Guardians. I like that they're giving options in their line. If you wanted CE level AA abrasion resistance with CE level 1 armor, they have tons of options out there. If you want a AAA option with CE level 2 armor, they also have you all set up with that option with the armor already included. And I think that's the biggest advantage of the latest generation in Bullet's line. But if you have any other questions, or if you want to learn more about these jeans, click that info button. It's going to take you over to the product page where you can read other rider reviews and see what other riders are saying about them. If you still have questions after that, or if you have questions on sizing or which Bullet jeans are right for you, give our customer service agents a call. They're all riders, happy to help you get set up for your next ride. I want to thank you for joining Norman and I and checking out the all-new Bullet Guardian jeans. I'm Pat, and I'll see you in the next video.